There we go. I have my handy dandy administrator going to check on the teams to see what they're up to and if they can create a new game for match number 2.
It's always nice to have an administrator.
Yeah, it is. I don't have to be running out on you guys and leaving you in the black. So that was just intense. VGR really picking the team fight late game team, but still being able to maintain their dominance in lane, I feel.
Yeah, VGR's lane phase is where it pretty much makes or breaks the game for them, I feel. Like, if they lose lane phase, then they do struggle to come back. I'm not sure they're too used to actually being down. So they don't have as much experience from, trying to come back from lost games.
Yeah.
Just snowballing advantages into a win.
There we go. We've got both teams going, and it's going to be blue with Maori Defiance and purple with VGR.
Is the room being created?
Yep, the room has been created, so you can search BW in the thing, and the password is 1 as usual.
Jump on in here. As we have, you've actually got a friend in your spectator.
We do. Lockdown is actually one of the team members, so he's just going to jump into.
No, I know.
28-21 all ready for ADMT Rebirth. Good job on him for his ranked, sitting at 1842 in season 3. That is pretty insane.
Yeah, I've seen a couple people who were plat from last season. Like, I'll give you an example. Yunma at the moment.
Oh yeah.
1900 last season. He's now 1430.
Yeah.
112 last 13. So shout out to Yunma. Try and get that rating up, man. I know you can do it. Same with Steven, actually. Steven's been losing quite a few games, or Verax, as you.
Oh.
That's because he plays with Ben, though. So sorry about that, Steven. You probably shouldn't play with Ben anymore.
That's his punishment.
No, I've told him not to. He just doesn't listen to me. Silly botany kids.
Sip of my drink. All in. They're probably going to change their
lineups will just change a little bit. But
oh, they don't have room to change line. We'll see if they do want to change lineups.
I can just drop and rejoin.
I'll just ask them first if lineups are okay.
Jesus, Theo, you're getting me famous, man. I'm getting friend
friend requests all over the place.
I guess I'll accept him.
I know the feel, bro. Yeah, he's getting to. Who's this? Pink Pegasus.
Yeah. Did you get that one as well?
Yeah. I don't know these people.
I don't know them either, but we have fans apparently, Theo.
We have fans, yeah. Do bear in mind, my fans. No, do bear in mind we are covering the next 8 tournaments at the end of November and the beginning of December. So we've got a whole bunch of tournaments next week for you guys as well. 3 days straight of tournaments, full of tournaments for you next week, and then the week after that we're going to have the championships for. Sorry, we're actually going to have iPlay and then another Barcraft tournament. So that's just never going to stop, I think. With these tournaments for the rest of 2012 and then 2013, we're going to make massive for you guys. So if you do want to stay covered on tournaments and League of Legends for New Zealand, then do subscribe if you want to. And yeah.
Am I good to jump back in?
You are certainly good to jump back in. I think. I think so.
Alright. Well.
Maori Defiance were always ready, so yeah, there you go. There you go.
That looks like the proper pick order.
Yeah. Low three. There we go.
The game is about to get underway.
A little bit. You guys ready for this? This is game 2 of the League of Legends New Zealand Finals Championships for the Big World Tournament. Over here at Big World Internet Cafe, we do have a massive spectator booth. If it does manage to get to game 3, come down and check it out if you can. And yeah, game 2. Let's see what happens. Malphite Rengar, straight ban out.
Yeah, Rengar getting banned out is pretty common these days. Even after all his nerfs, he's still a bit of Bit of,
He's a bursty little bugger.
yeah. There's the Morgana ban, so yeah. Kind of predictable after the last game. Volv really not wanting Eric's to play his Cho'Gath. I'm not sure what that is all about. There's got to be some sort of personal vendetta against Kevin, so...
Oh. Sona being banned out as well. They're not going to let that ultimate team fight go out for Volv.
It must be
VGR.
he was on Big World previously, and they're just giving him a little bit of stick for it.
Yeah. And there we go, Israel banned as well, by VGR nonetheless.
And Blitzcrank actually being left open as VGR bans Israel. I guess I don't know why Volv wouldn't want to play against this Israel. He knows that champion pretty well. Like,
Yeah, but he is still pretty dangerous champion as possible. Yeah.
Favorite champion, however. So he's going to be quite comfortable on that. Volv playing MF, that's nothing new either. So
Yeah. And of course, yeah, that Blitzcrank insta lock-in. They really wanted that. Still favoring quite a big AoE team comp. I think it's going to be a Mumu jumping in on that team comp, and then MF ulting it in. Oh, no, he's like, nah, no way.
It's been changed.
Nah, come on, Heimerdinger jungle, that would be epic. Do it, Erix. I can't play Cho'Gath. I'm gonna play Heimerdinger.
Of course. Jack's also being taken away, as we see a possible Ziggs. I haven't seen Ziggs in a while.
Yeah, especially in tournament play.
Yeah. Jack's being
Those
taken.
abilities are very reliant on enemies walking where you want them to.
Irelia banned, so could see an Irelia Jax match on top lane. It's quite common.
I have to say Jack's a very strong champion overall.
Aurelia has a pretty decent time against Jax if you can play her like well.
Overall in this tournament, all the times I've seen, they always get double Dorans, both of them, and then as soon as Jax gets a Vampiric Scepter, he just wipes Aurelia off the face of the map. It's weird.
Jax hits a mid-game spike when he gets his Trinity Force harder than Irelia does. So, as we see Alistar, so they're gonna be running a Misfortune Alistar lane with a Cassidy. Okay.
Very strong lane with that Tauren.
Well against Karthus in lane. But I mean, the Cassidy doesn't really have a Karthus global ulti, so.
Yeah, I mean, like he's got that mobility to try and stay away from Karthus, but as soon as Karthus catches him and he gets a couple of late wastes, it's hard to stay alive.
Going for kind of a weird team comp here on Volv's side. They have like a lot of AoE with
Mix of CC
and with Misfortune Alistar and Mumu, and then they kind of have the Cassidy. So like I guess just get into the back line and try and assassinate someone while the rest of the team's locked up, which I haven't seen in a while.
I'm thinking he's not going to spend too much time in mid.
Lee Sin locked in, so we're gonna see at least in jungle maybe.
Yeah, all the way, and there we go. That Aurelia.
Yes,
So we'll see how that goes for that top lane, but always possible that they change it at the last second because they're trolling the casters. I knew we were talking about it.
And I don't think he'll change. Rice Cakes likes Aurelia by what I've seen, so yeah, we're gonna see a Graves Blitz bot lane, which if Alistar gets hooked, it's not too big of a deal because he's a cow and he is quite tanky.
But I do really like that combo because Graves does have that lack of range on him, but when he does get in your face, that's where his damage excels. If he hits you with all three of his buckshot shells, it does a tremendous amount of damage. So if Blitzcrank, that grab and then a knock up and into a Graves burst can really burst someone down instantly if they land it on Volv. But yeah, if it's Dope, then Dope can just CC them right back, and it could mean the end. Quite hilarious actually. We have once before seen a Blitz and an Alistar knock each other off at the exact same time and become completely useless throughout a team fight. It was really quite funny.
Yeah, the thing with the Alistair pick's actually really good because if Blitzcrank does pull Alistair, he actually puts Alistair in a good position
Yeah.
to headbutt pulverize the enemy carry,
Yeah.
and then exhaust him, and then Volf can follow up. Volf, they're actually running double exhaust bot lane. I'm not sure if that's a misclick or if they're gonna actually lock that in.
That could be quite funny though. Sticking an exhaust on Hey Hilo and Savior at the same time.
Strange to see only one ignite on a team. Haven't seen so little ignites in a while.
Mm. We had that for the bronze match. Actually, I think there was only one person with ignite, or that might have been a match yesterday, and it was just like not. It didn't really work out for them.
Yeah, Ignite's one of those spells that kind of have just fallen into place with the meta, and everyone just kind of like if you're a mid player, you take Ignite kind of thing.
Mm.
Which is actually, as I say that, the enemy team has a Karthus, and Karthus is one of those mids that doesn't actually need Ignite, and
No,
so I'm yeah,
focuses on that ult.
all over the place today.
But yeah, Ignite, most of its utility is either for finishing someone off or, in most cases, stopping them from healing. And we don't see that from too much of the enemy team at all, either of teams at all.
Yeah, we've got like a small amount of healing coming out of like Lee Sin, and then a little bit from Alistair,
Alistair, yeah.
but nothing major. So it's not going to be for the healing. It's just going to be for the little execute damage to finish to seal the deal when they go for the. Yeah, bot lane's really going to be dependent on the grabs. I don't think Alistair's going to look to play that aggressively unless they get like early roam from Cassidon. Or obviously there's a Rice Cakes teleport, so they can always use to utilize that. But the bot lane will really be just dependent on if Blitz can hook Volf.
Mm.
I think that's maybe why Volf took his exhaust. Because he thinks if he gets hooked and he can get the exhaust off on the Graves before he can get bursted down, they might be able to win the bot lane trade, regardless of Volf being out of position.
Mm.
Which is quite smart actually.
Yeah, Alistair, a very, very usual ban, especially in the ranked and tournament scene.
Oh,
I love him as a supporter playing him to
There is a real Terra solo queue champion, especially as a jungler who can just at level 4 walk like through your turret and then just headbutt you towards the enemy team. What the hell just happened? I have no idea.
There's a giant bull behind me. Why? There's actually quite a rut that the competitive player's gotten in terms of its mids. I mean, I see a lot of Orianas and Karthuses, and Cassidons. Not like nothing in terms of like LeBlanc or Brand. I mean, you do see a bit of Brand with that AOE damage, and it gets the luck.
Brand's more of a niche pick in like heavy AOE comps, and
Yeah.
then even saying that, there's better champions for it. Like, if you do try and run like heavy AoE comps, Morgana is a prime
Yeah.
champion to pick up for that. I mean, possible 5-man CC. Like, who would want to pass that up in an AoE team comp? And then you've got Oriana as well, who's got amazing, everything. I'm surprised I haven't seen more Ori this tournament, to be honest.
Yeah, we did see a bunch of Orianas sorry, that was Volf versus VGR versus Ignite, and that was quite surprising to see that. Like, Oriana is usually quite good against Morgana, and they stuck with Oriana against Ryze. It did quite well for them, but they weren't able to maintain that lead in mid, and it just dropped off.
The only thing I saw the Ori do in that game when I was looking at the big screen was completely whiff an ult. That's the only play I saw of the whole game, and she just missed ult on like 3 people. It was kind of unfortunate, as my client bugs.
Woohoo!
Okay, it's fine.
And my client doesn't want to show me the chat screen. I mean, or the... Yeah, okay, never mind. Oh, supports at the bot. What am I going to put these ADCs in the middle? Why not?
Oh yeah,
Missing the chops.
he's up. Hell is versing who? Let's do that. Okay, sweet. All goods. Some unusual lane matchups, to say the least. You don't normally see Cassidon. Um,